Welcome to Legends in the Making, where we're redefining business success by aligning purpose, people, and profits. I'm your host, Erin Sarles Bowers, entrepreneur, shamanic mentor, and practitioner, and founder of Ignite, Elevate, Ascend Consulting. In each episode, I will be sharing snackable insights that will inspire you to lead with clarity, purpose, and heart. We'll dive into actionable strategies, real world stories, and metaphysical teachings to help you unlock the infinite potential of your business, your people, and yourself. Are you ready to turn your business into a legend in the making? And today, pardon me, we're going to focus on the critical link between aligned strategic vision and effective execution. We're going to talk about the pitfalls of disconnected strategies and demonstrate how shamanic energy alignment can ensure every decision is rooted in purpose and clarity. And we're also going to explore the universal laws and timeless principles that underscore why translating vision into action is essential for business outcomes. So when we think about why many brilliant strategies fail, it's because they're typically disconnected from daily execution. And the goal of today's episode is to reveal how aligned leadership energy with strategic vision turns ideas into consistent, purposeful actions. So there are many immutable laws in the universe. And one of those immutable laws that we're here to follow, immutable meaning it cannot be changed. It's just the way it has to be. And it's called the law of cause and effect. So every action has a corresponding reaction. So when we think of strategy being a cause to produce a result, which is the effect, the energy behind that has to be aligned. So when I think about if I want to go take action in an organization, if I want to go, let's say, do something in order to have a resulting effect, where my energetic starting point is the key to the success of that. So if I'm coming from a high vibrational state of peace, clarity, purpose, love, doing good work, trust, authenticity, vulnerability, I'm going to be putting out as I act something that's going to cause an effect that's going to reciprocate that same energy back. So energy alignment is the most valuable thing that you could learn as an organization, because when you think of the law of reciprocity, what you reap is what you sow. So what are you sowing? And sowing being the seeds you're planting, what is the frequency that you're at? What's the energy from which you're acting from? So are you acting from a high vibrational state in order to reap that same reward back from the universe? And so oftentimes you'll have organizations that have lots of brilliant strategy, and it fails oftentimes. And I've seen this in a lot of the consulting work that I do, and why I feel so called to bring shamanism into business is because when the energy is misaligned, it doesn't matter what your action is, because the universe is only responding to your frequency. It's only responding to the energy. So if you're coming from a place of lack, or a lack of clarity, or misaligned energy, or distrust, or, oh my gosh, we better get this fixed. If you're coming from any lower vibrational states, fear, attachment, control, any of those, what then is going to happen is you're going to receive that back. And oftentimes most organizations are acting from those, and then they wonder why there's no true sustainability and expansiveness in what they're trying to accomplish. in their mission, vision, and purpose as an organization. So there is the law of alignment, which states when your inner energy is not aligned with your outer actions, your results suffer. So you can have the best laid plans, but if you're not energetically aligned to deliver them and looking at how you are, what is your state of being in which you're acting from the execution point, as well as there can be no laziness in this. You never get to just be on autopilot. Every time we're acting, the state of being that we're in is what's causing the reaction. So if I'm in a state of complacency or a state of boredom or a state of tiredness, and I'm like acting from that state, although I might be going through the right motions of what I'm supposed to be, let's say, doing, I'm going to get those type of results back. So how do you bridge this gap to ensure that every action, every decision is deliberate and aligned with your mission, vision, value, and purpose? And that means you have to do a lot of work to keep people aligned, to keep your energy grounded, to keep your energy aligned, to be in a high vibrational state of being. And there's a gentleman that wrote a book, and I'm going to butcher it and get it wrong, David Hawkins, and it's around the scale of levels of consciousness, or kind of a scale of consciousness, and every level has a different vibration, and essentially the vibration is where you're at. And so in that, are you acting from fear or love? Are you acting from a place of force or or from your power? And so really ascertaining and slowing down, where am I at? What state am I in, and how am I being, and how then am I acting in alignment with that state of being? So when we're in alignment, we're going to go cause right action, which then is going to produce the right results. So techniques that you can use are grounding techniques. So do you take time when you get into work? Do you take time throughout the day to ground your energy? Briefly meditate, do some breath work exercises so that you can clear the mental clutter, have a focused mind so that you can make important decisions. Do you spend time visualizing and thinking about what is it that the end result's going to look like? Do we sit in that state and act as if we are already there, which is what you need to do. When we act with they're already there, the universe then just delivers that. Having check-ins, where's people energy at? How do you align with that? How do you clear the negative energy that might be existing within that to allow the greatest alignment so that then you can move forward? We also have the law of vibration, which everything in the universe moves and vibrates is at its own frequency. As I've shared, we each have an internal vibration and internal frequency. So when whatever our internal vibration frequency is, what we act then from is what we're going to produce in the external, and that's what we're going to receive back. So do you often look at what's the state we're acting from, and being diligent and vigilant in our presencing of how do I keep myself right here, right now, in this present moment at all times so that I'm always acting from my highest state of being. And so I would just encourage all of you that there's ways to check in, there's ways to become curious. Most of this battle is awareness, being aware of where you're at, slowing things down. Time is an illusion of our consciousness. Time, I think Einstein said it, it's relative. Like, we really don't know. what we've laid out is a human construct, but that's not necessarily the case. So like you are the keeper of your time. You get to slow or speed things up based on your alignment. So how do you understand where you're at? How do you align where you're at? Because when you're in alignment, you're going to be able to then go take right action. And what would your organization, what would your leadership be like? What would it exist like if you were acting from your highest frequency state? You've removed all your energetic blocks. You are presenced and aligned and in the moment. And then every action you decide to take is from that highest vibrational state. Your results would be off the charts. But most individuals, most organizations don't have systems, processes, and tools in place to ensure that their people are vibrating at their highest frequency at all times. And if you spent time creating environments that did that, you would have results that you can't even imagine, because the universe is infinitely abundant. It wants to deliver that back to you. So if you're in a high vibrational state, serving the world with a great purpose, with a great mission to help up-level humanity as a whole, you're going to have results beyond your wildest dreams. But most organizations, leaders are very focused on tactics, and they're focused on the lack and what's not being done versus focusing on who do we need to be? How do we need to be that? How do we align people to that state of being and then cause us to go into action? Because when you're in the right frequency, you're going to go take the right action. It actually becomes easier because you're focused more on your state of being and the action than doing and not getting results from that. We're in a universe where the energy has to be one of giving and receiving. What I give is what I get. And are we thinking about what is my state of being of which I'm giving from? Am I giving love? Am I giving support? Am I giving authenticity and vulnerability? If I'm leading with the team, those are high vibrational states. That then creates the ability for everybody else around to match and access that, because like energy attracts like energy. So when you're elevating yourself, you're elevating everybody else around you because you're calling their energy higher. That's how the universe works. So if every one of us always focused on what's our state of being and we went out into the world at our highest frequency, we literally would be creating heaven on earth. We would not have people upset and angry and all this stuff we see. Like when we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet and we've raised the vibration of the human collective. And so the work that you do in your organization with your people raises the consciousness of humanity. And so what we create, what we do when we are at work is equally as important as the work that we do to be a great person at home, to be a great mom, to be a great friend, to be a great wife, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It all matters. And so how you treat your employees, the environments that you create for them to access these states is essentially the highest work that you can be doing. And helping people ascend to their highest level of being and not allowing them to settle. So I would love to hear from you when you've really noticed your vibrational state, what you're putting out into the world and what you're receiving back. So DM me your comments. Also, you can also comment aligned. I'd love to reach out to you. If you're ready to upgrade your execution strategy, if you're actually ready to go to unleash the legendary and ditch the ordinary, ditch the way the business has always been done, let's connect. Let's make every decision you make drive your organization forward and to the next level. So thank you for tuning in to Legends in the Making. If today's episode inspired you, be sure to subscribe, rate, and share. And don't forget to share this podcast with other leaders, visionaries, and change makers who are ready to elevate their business, align their purpose, and ignite their own legendary journey. If you're ready to take the next step, head to our website, Ignite, Elevate, Ascend Consulting, or follow us on social media for more tools, resources, and upcoming events. And until next time, remember, legends aren't born, they're built. Let's keep leading with purpose, aligning with your vision, and always ignite the legend within you.